Hello YouTube, Blade Brothers here. This will be my final video for the multi-tool series, introducing some of the non-Leatherman multi-tools that I have. So I have three actually from several different brands. One is a Gerber, one is a Victorinox, and one is a SOG. So each of these are I've had for a little bit already. The Gerber one I've had for a very long time. I can't even remember how long it's been since I bought it. The Victorinox I bought I think a little bit over a year ago, and then the SOG is more of a recent purchase. But each one I purchased for different reasons, and they have their distinct qualities and whatnot. So I wanted to share some of that with you. So as always, let's begin. Let me start with the Gerber, since I've had this for the longest period of time, and I thought I would start with this particular one. So this comes in a little sheath. Is the Gerber Suspension. You can see here it has a spring action, so the jaws of the pliers will open by itself. So all you have to do is apply pressure for closing, which is a very useful feature. I have several multi-tools that have that particular function. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So here you see Gerber Suspension, and the pliers, they don't quite close entirely. There's a little bit of a gap between the teeth, but that's fine. A lot of multi-tools have that. Then there's the wire cutter component right there with the pliers. And then starting from, so all of the tools are actually, I believe, on the outside. So that's a convenient little feature. And it has a locking mechanism. You can see here, this is the lock. Not my favorite because it does take a little bit of pressure, and it can be kind of hard on your fingers if you're not used to it. First and foremost, it has a little blade. Okay. And you can see it's locked, so it's locked in place. You have to pull down on this to release it. Okay. Flathead screwdriver. And there's little notches here to help with your deployment of the different tools. And then Phillips head. It's a flatter Phillips head, not as contoured as I'd like, if you can see it there. And then see if I can get this deployed. It's a little bit awkward. There we go. The saw. So it has two sets of teeth. It's a decent saw. Okay. And then on this side, we have a serrated blade. Can opener and bottle opener, sort of a combo. And then this is a small flathead screwdriver. And then last but not least is the scissors. It's relatively thinner than some of the scissor blades I have with the other multi-tools I have, so it's a more economical type of multi-tool. It's not bad. So I usually keep this one in my tackle box, basically. Okay. Next, we will go with the Victorinox. This one is the Victorinox SwissTool Spirit Plus. Pretty eye-catching. It has the sort of inox stainless, sort of a special formulated type of stainless steel from Victorinox, with the same type of steel as their Swiss Army knives. No spring action, as you can see here, and it's still rather tight. Need to oil it a little bit more. So has the wire cutter blades. The teeth on the pliers are quite aggressive, as you can see here. Okay. It does have a locking mechanism, and the tools are on the outside. See here. So, and there's a little notch here for the because it doesn't have all of the tools or the accessories and how should I say it? All of the components in the actual tool itself. So it comes with a little driver set. So this little bit driver does not connect to the actual tool itself. You're supposed to use it as a little screwdriver by itself. So you could use it for angled use as well as for extended sort of reach. And it only comes with, let's see, 2 hex and 2 Phillips heads and 2 Torx. And then what I was mentioning earlier is that this little notch here is for the corkscrew, which is, this is very Swiss Army knife style, as you can see here. The little eyeglass driver is actually fastened onto the corkscrew, as you see here, which is quite common with the, let's see if we can zoom in here. Yeah. So it's a flathead sort of eyeglass type of screwdriver, and then of course the corkscrew. And then the corkscrew actually fastens into this little notch right here. So there. And then you can actually use the corkscrew. And it's on both sides, so you can choose to use either side. See? So that's a nice little feature. Not many multi-tools have the corkscrew, so that's a little nice to have. Now, have I forgotten how to put this back? That is funny. There we go. Okay. And the little leather pouch. So it is leather, as you can see here. Nice little leather pouch. I'm partial to leather pouches, as I mentioned. But this one, one sort of sticking point I have is I don't like Velcro type fasteners for a leather pouch. Just doesn't feel right to me. I mean, nylon type of pouches I'm not so opposed to, but I prefer a snap. So that was kind of, you know, different. And then one of the reasons why I like leather pouches is because I would use the inside area where it's rough leather for like stropping of the blade. So let me see if I can find another leather sheath here. Here's a Leatherman leather sheath, and you can see it's the rough leather. So it's basically good for stropping, but the Victorinox sheath is not. It's sort of smoothed out, so it's been tanned. So not what I prefer, but to all its own, I guess. Tools included, let's see. So medium to small Phillips head, and it opens pretty much like a Swiss Army knife with the little fingernail groove right there. So a medium to small flathead screwdriver with the can opener, and then a small flathead screwdriver, and then see if we can, oh, it's coming through here, and the scissors. Not great, considering that's how much you have in terms of the cutting part of the scissors, but better to have than not have, I guess. And it instead of how other multi-tools where the scissors folds open, this actually folds closed. So that's an interesting little thing. And then on this side, there's the awl, a large flathead screwdriver, as well as the bottle opener. And this is like a little chisel tip. Interesting. So this is like a little bit of an edge to it. So sort of a cord cutter, fish line cutter kind of thing. And then this is a chisel. It's been a while since I pulled out this tool, so I guess I'm kind of getting reacquainted with it, I guess. And then it only has a this blade style, which is pretty interesting. It is not tipped, so if you need to like poke holes, I recommend using the awl. But it's a serrated blade, which is I like serrated blades for multi-tools because tend to deal with things that you either use a sawing motion or whatnot. So this is quite good. And it has a saw. So yep. So it's more of a, has more of a classy feel to it with the mirror polish and everything. So the Victorinox SwissTool Spirit Plus. Quite nice. All right. And then last but not least, my more recent purchase, I went with this one. This one is the SOG PowerAccess So I did show a little bit of this in my last video, but let's go into more detail. So there's several reasons I went with this particular multi-tool. Added feature, of course, is the assisted opening of the 4 primary blades. Although it's a little awkward for me to do it on the left-hand side because I'm not left-handed. But you can see here, so the sort of belt cutter, so to cut your seat belt. This side is a little bit better, see? So there's your standard blade. And your saw blade. Got some pretty aggressive teeth to it. Huh? And there's your serrated blade. So 4 blades, and they're all assisted opening. So that's part of the reason why it's called a power assist. And then the SOG has this, let me zoom out a little bit. They call it the compound leverage type of action for the pliers. So it is not spring activated. So if you open it, it stays open, and close it, it stays closed. But because it has this, so you have more leverage when you actually clamp down on something because of these gears, and you're able to use, it's got a little bit wider too because of how it's designed. You can actually open the jaws a bit wider. Okay. And a cool little feature is actually this, you could use somewhat like a protractor. So if you lay it on like a surface and then you want to measure angles with it, you could still, based on these, like there, that's 45 degrees. If you lay this on a, aligned with a flat surface, then it will be 45 degrees right there, compared to, say, that's 90, and then of course 180. And then the ruler is also quite useful here because it goes from 1 inch to the 8 inches up to here. Normally the ruler is only on one side because you can't really open a multi-tool the full 180 degrees, so that's a really cool feature. Going back to the pliers, the teeth are actually quite close, so that's very nice. And then the wire cutter here. And then most of the tools are on the outside, so it's got a fine flathead screwdriver here, bottle opener with also another medium-sized flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, your can opener, and it also has a small size flathead. And then all of these are actually locking. This is the locking mechanism right here. So I can show you with the other side. So if I choose, that's another flathead, the large flathead, I guess. So it's locked in place right now, so it won't close. That will unlock it. And then there's your awl, pretty aggressive awl. And this is actually a bit driver extension. So it comes with this little bit set. And you can see here it has a few punches, torques, flatheads, and Phillips heads. So what you do is you can connect this there, and it gives you a little bit of an extension too, and it will fit your bits. See? And it's magnetic inside. I think if you can see, yeah, there's a little magnet in there, so it will hold it magnetically. Another cool feature. Let's see. So is the bits will actually, you could use the screwdriver without that little bit extension. If you actually open the tool a little bit and fit in there, that's actually a little bit holder. Quite cool, huh? And it's magnetic, and when you apply pressure to close, it will actually clamp it quite well. So you can see here, I can't just easily pull it out. It takes a little bit of pressure. So quite good. And it has, more of a tactical look and feel with it. I really like stonewash finish. So this is actually the only multi-tool that I have that is in a stonewash type finish. So that's a little fun added plus. It comes with a little bit set, so that's quite nice. And it comes with a Moly adaptable nylon sheath. There's a lot of Velcro here. So, all right, zooming out. These are the 3 non-Leatherman multi-tools that I have. I did review the other Gerber, the center drive, in another video, so feel free to take a look at that video if you're interested. But beyond that, most of my multi-tools have been Leathermans. Other than that, majority been Gerber, which is the suspension, the center drive, as well as the balance, which I reviewed for the one-handed opening multi-tool video. This is the first and only Victorinox multi-tool I've had. I've had it for a little bit over a year, and then of course this is the only SOG multi-tool I have, and I've only gotten this one about a few months ago. So hope you like this video. Definitely leave us comments, like and subscribe if you can, and we always appreciate your support. All right, Blade Brothers checking out, signing off. Bye.